Hello. So, I've tried to make this video 3 times. The first 2, I didn't have enough storage. The last time, it wouldn't upload. So if you're seeing this, that means it actually did upload, and I am so happy if it did. If not, well, no video for this week, I guess. But today, I'm gonna go back to my old times of telling a story time. Wow, I should be a poet. So basically, this happened in grade 8. My teacher, my favorite grade 8 teacher ever, excellent. This story kind of like revolves around him. So, one day, it was during concours d'oratoire season, and that's basically the equivalent of it's basically a French essay. So, I had already finished writing my first one. I wrote 3 in total in grade 8. So, I was all done mine. So, I was working on my art portfolio, which we need to complete by the end of the year, which was coming up soon. So, I was on my laptop looking for reference pictures and I think finishing up something for social studies, because he taught French, art, and social studies. And it was the last period when we'd normally have art class, but he changed it to French class because he'd do that so much during concours d'oratoire season. So my laptop is really old and always has to be plugged in. So I went to the nearest plug to my spot, which was not behind my teacher's desk, because I know that my teacher does not like people behind his desk. He made a fake line out of tape to show students that they were not allowed to cross that line to go behind his desk, which makes sense. So I went to the back of the class where my friend was sitting, because that's where the nearest plug was. So I just sat down and I was doing my work. My teacher said, in front of the class, Story, you have to move because you're distracting, let's call her Bella. You're distracting Bella. So I said to my teacher, I'm okay, but I'm working on my project right now, and I need to sit here so my laptop will be plugged in so that I can use it. He's like, fine, you can go behind my desk. Fine, go behind my desk and work on it there so you don't distract anyone. And I said to him, Monsieur, I don't feel comfortable going behind your desk because you constantly tell us not to go behind your desk, so I don't really feel comfortable doing that. So he's like, fine, go to your spot and take your laptop with you and work there. I'm like, but I need my laptop to be plugged in if I can use it. So like, And then he was getting like really upset, like, fine then, go to the office. You're going to the office because you're arguing with me or whatever, I don't know. So he calls the office and says, I'm sending Story up to talk to, I'm gonna send Story up because she's being rude and disrespectful or something. Is the principal there so she can go and talk to her? And the secretary's like, no, the principal is not here at the moment, she's away. And he's like, fine then, I'm sending her up. Can she go and talk to the vice principal? And guess what? The vice principal wasn't there either, because they were both away on a meeting. So that was the best thing ever, because he was very confused at this point, like, okay, well, I don't want her in my classroom, so I'm sending her up to the office, find someone for her to talk to. And the secretary's just kind of looking around like, there's a guidance counselor, will that work? And my teacher's like, yes, fine, go. And so I was walking out, and he's like, Story, take your laptop, because I don't want you back in the class after this. I'm like, okay, fine, I didn't do anything wrong. So I picked my laptop up, and I just walked out. And everyone else, as I was leaving, was like, okay then, that was weird. So I put my laptop in my locker, and I walked upstairs, and I saw the guidance counselor, and she's like, oh, Story, why are you here? Because I never would go to the office, because I never did anything that was like office worthy. It was usually like small things if I did do anything. like it was small arguments between friend groups where you didn't go to the office, you just talked to your teacher. So I walk in and I explain everything that happened, and as I'm explaining it, for some reason, I just start to cry. I have no idea why I was crying. I think it's like suppressed childhood issues that I might have with people yelling in general. Like whenever someone is yelling, I just start to cry. It could be about nothing, but I will just start to cry. So I'm explaining it. I'm like bawling my eyes out. And the guidance counselor feels bad for me because she thinks that I'm really upset about what just happened. So she goes to the refrigerator that's in the office, and she takes out a juice box from when we would have our needles that are given to us in like grade 4 and grade 6. And she's like, here you go. I was going to give you a cookie, but there aren't any left. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And I'm like, I don't know if I should tell her that I'm fine or if I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Because I wasn't upset about it because I knew I didn't do anything wrong. Or at least I don't think I did. So I just drank my juice box and I came back down to the class afterwards. And then I sat down at my spot, and my friend's like, Story, are you okay? Because everyone was expecting me to get in trouble. And I came in with like my juice box just smiling a little bit, like trying to not make it look like I cried. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. And my friend Bella, she knows like everything about me. She's like, oh, you look like you were crying. I'm like, yeah, I don't know why I was crying. But the guidance counselor gave me this juice box, so I don't know what to do. And so later that day, I'm pretty sure my teacher got called to the office because the next day, he's like, Story, I apologize for how I reacted yesterday. It was wrong of me to yell at you. You weren't doing anything wrong. Like, full on apologize to me. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everybody has those days. Like Hannah Montana said that. You're okay. You're great. So yeah, it was a great time. This teacher also would let me and Bella and what's the other kid's name that I'm going to call him? Steven. Me, Bella, and Steven would like stay in his classroom after school all the time. Only for the purpose that we wouldn't have to go to our after school program, which is where they forced all the kids to go. And we didn't like that because there weren't any grade 7s or grade 8s in there. It was all like grade 1, 2, and 3. And I don't hate children, but I don't want to spend like 2 hours with them because my mom wouldn't pick me up till 5. I could have walked home, but it was too far of a walk in slightly dangerous neighborhood. Like it was a 10-minute car ride, so about a 40-minute walk. So I could have walked back home, but it would have it was just easier to wait there for my mom to pick me up. So that's all for my story. See you next week, hopefully, if I can actually upload this. We'll hope for the best. Goodbye.